25 minutes away from 9 o'clock. It's the Friday edition of the South African Morning. If you've missed part of what we're talking about, we have a surprise for you. Miss South Africa is with us, and we're also having a French breakfast. We'll tell you why we're having a French breakfast with Miss South Africa in a short while. First, let's talk to a legend in South African hip-hop. It's Kwesta. He's back with a new album. The man is just unstoppable, titled God Guluva. It's his fourth studio album, probably, I'm told, his most personal work, detailing his challenges and the path towards overcoming them. Now, those challenges including broken friendships, regaining confidence as an artist, and even having to rebuild himself. Well, let's discuss this with Kwesta. Hello, it's always a pleasure. I think I spoke to you many, many years ago. I think it was your second album, I think, when I last had a chance to speak to you, Kwesta. So good morning. First of all, how are you doing during COVID-19? And this album probably is a little out of your comfort zone. We've all been a bit of our comfort zone, haven't we? And not working with the same team, I understand, that you've had for a long time. So tell me about this process. It all seems very different for you.
Yeah. Good morning, man. It's. I think if there's one thing about COVID-19 and the lockdown and things, with me especially, I got to spend like a lot of time with myself, you know, and I think we all did, and that's why this album is a little bit out of my comfort zone, because I found things out about myself that I may not like, and I found things out that I really loved, you know, and having been in this game for now just under 15 years. Working with, for the longest part, the same people, and no longer doing that. And then now getting into a space where you're working by yourself and you're rediscovering yourself, and you sort of trying to redefine yourself. So that album encompasses all of that, you know. The process was one that I had to dig deep from within, you know, and really tell a story of vulnerability a little bit. I know in hip-hop, times we just want to be the tough guys, you know. I just want, you know, it's hard to be tough during lockdown. So
it is.
You know, I let that truth out and pretty much made it very personal. And yeah, it's a story of that. But it still, I mean, has the creative parts of it. You know, I have a little bit of fun with the album. It's not a sad album, you know, but it was made within the walls and confines of even myself outside of the lockdown.
But there is a social responsibility element to this as well. There's something of a social responsibility message in your album, and coming from someone who has this well-known hip-hop brand, Kwesta, how easy is it to sneak in something like social responsibility? I'm asking the question because it might not be seen as very cool, but it's very important, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I've found it, the more I grow, the more important I find it, you know. This rap thing for me used to be like a little sport where I just come in and tell people that I'm a hot rapper and this, that, and the third. But as it grew, and when people start looking up to you and things, then it starts becoming a responsibility. So you're very right in saying that it starts becoming a duty, you know, to the people that support you, and to the nation, and to the youth, you know. So it might not be seen as cool to sneak it in, but you know, a lot of us hated school, but we still had to go, you know. It doesn't make it any less important. So I think it's on every artist, especially the well-known ones, to take it upon themselves to talk about social ills, to talk about development of youth, to talk about unemployment, to talk about no support from the government, to talk about just the state of the arts, the state of our schools, you know. All these things are a responsibility to the guys that have been put on a pedestal by these communities.
Well, I'm hoping there's a few politicians, Kwesta. I'm hoping there's a few politicians, mate, that are going to be buying your album so they can actually hear what some of the social responsibility issues are that you're raising. Hopefully they can change that. Look, I don't have all day with you. I'd love to just chat about your album all day, but if someone goes and picks this up, they download it onto their phone. What's the one song? Kubo, I think, is what a lot of people are loving at the moment. If you had to pick one song that I'm going to put on repeat in the car in the last 30 seconds I have with you, which one is it and why?
It's definitely going to be Gubo, you know, that features KO and Focalistic. The video's coming out soon. And if you're having a really long drive, there's also a song called Eyes that features Umzulu Pantla that a lot of people are loving, and you'll be speaking to yourself at that time. But yeah, the album is out and available everywhere. You can go download it, and you can also get the merch. This is what Guluva merch, you know. And yeah, just support the boy. The music is out. The music is positive. The music is for you. The music is for your enjoyment, you know. God Guluva out right now.
I don't know if I can say merch. and sound as cool as Kwesta, but I'm going to give it a go. The merch is available, Kwesta. All the best to you with God Guluva. So great in speaking to you, and I know I'm going to speak to you again after you win another award for this album, so you know where to find me here on eNCA. Go win the award. Come back. Join me here on the South African Morning. Kwesta with his new album, fourth studio album, God Guluva Kobo, is the song that he says is the one you need to put on repeat.